Right.
Thank you.
Everybody have a good class today.
Yeah.
All right, how we doing today? How we doing today? Good. So welcome to Ignite. Welcome to session 6. We're gonna learn about how to grow our database. Okay. So I'm Demery. I'm a realtor here at Keller Williams Realty. The 18th of this month is gonna be my 4th year in the business. So we excited. Yeah. Are we excited? Yeah. Are you pumped up? Yeah. Are you pumped up? Yeah. You see the win. When we win, so when we add to our database, we are definitely winning. All right. So what's your name? Noé. Noé? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Please, if you have your names up front, because I'm gonna be calling some of you. I definitely want to make sure I'm identifying things that make you okay. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in. That's what we're gonna do today. So today, basically, the aim is to learn about, growing and building your database. I believe last session we learned about lead generation, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so now we want to find out what we're gonna do with these leads. Once we get these leads, once we go out there and make those contacts and talk to the people that we need to talk to, we want to make sure that we're doing the right thing, with our leads. All right. And so with that being said, the thing that we want to do with our leads, we want to add them to the database. All right. And so your database is basically what reflects your real estate business. So the database is basically where you take those leads that you have captured and you want to put them inside of your database. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And if you got any questions about anything, don't hesitate to hesitate to ask. All right, let's see how we can go through this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna need Armando to come back up here. Look at this. Uh-oh. Good thing I'm not teaching technology class. Well, let's see. I'll get it. Yeah. Let's see here. All right. Well, basically, before you get to it, so all the leads that you get, all the leads that you acquire, you want to make sure that you definitely put them inside your database, because database is basically a house where you store all the leads that you have. And in order for us to be able to keep up with those leads that you have, you're going to have to definitely put them inside your database. So I like to call it this. I like to say, I want to love on my database. I want to make sure I build a great relationship with my database. And when I think about this, I think about the bold law number 3. The bold law number 3 says that business is a contact sport. Okay, so business is a contact sport, and businesses are built on relationships, and relationships are built on contacts. And so with those contacts that you get, you definitely want to make sure that you have them put inside of your database so that you can keep in touch with those individuals that you work so hard to, to make that contact with. So we know that when we have a conversation about real estate, it's a contact, a two-way conversation about real estate, right? All right, so is it this one? This one, so far.
Yeah, go the other way.
Oh, there you go. Ah, there we go. I'm on the wrong thing. I appreciate it. All right. So it has a course overview here. Number one, real estate expert choice on the basically spark your career, embrace your job, connect with your market, and also define your value. Generate leads. Definitely want to here now. 6, we want to definitely grow our database and make sure that we are building it, we are feeding it, make sure that we are nurturing our database and taking those individuals that we met and putting them inside our database. It may seem like that's an easy thing, but for a while for me, I'll have names on pieces of paper and things like that, and and I have all these papers inside of my briefcase, and they be all spread all out, and I have them inside my notebooks, they be inside my jacket pockets and all that. Now and I'll forget, like, well, where did I meet this person at, or and then I lose opportunities.
Yeah, that's right.
I lose opportunities. So we have to definitely have the mindset. So I have to have the mindset to get these individuals as soon as I got them down there and make some time to just enter them into my database. A simple thing. Take about 15 or 20 minutes, whichever you decide to do. All right. And so here we go here. And so basically we want to talk today's agenda, smart data bank. So they say your database is your data bank, because this is where your business is coming from, right? It's coming from your database. It's coming from the people that you talk to, that you lead generated with, that you have a two-way conversation about real estate with, and so you're gonna put them in your database, which is also your data bank. This is how you know where your business is coming from. And then also we're gonna talk about building your database. Then we're gonna talk about feeding your database, because it's important that you feed your database. You want your database to grow. You want your database to flourish. It's just like a person that's trying to, build muscle, right? If you're out there trying to build muscle, individual, what they're gonna do, they're gonna eat. They're gonna go ahead and feed themselves. They're gonna feed themselves with what? Proteins, carbohydrates. They're gonna feed themselves. Reason why? Because they want that muscular hypertrophy, to happen. Because basically it's like they're feeding their bodies so they can get on up, they can get big, right? And so now after that, you want to communicate with your database. We're gonna talk about that, how to communicate with your database, because once you put them in there, once you feed them, you definitely want to communicate with them, because that's how you're gonna build a relationship with the individuals that you talk to. You're gonna build that relationship with them through the database. Just imagine if I can communicate with my wife. My goodness, I don't think I have a good relationship. Hey, how's it going today? She asks me questions, I'm just quiet, don't talk to her or anything like that. I don't think our relationship be that good. So you want your relationship to be well. Now, how you can do that is by communicating with the database. Next, we're gonna talk about servicing your database, cleaning it up, putting tags on them and things like that. So as far as when you met this person, you put a tag on them. If they haven't met, or if they're a met, or if they're a person that you want to network with, or if they're a B2B, business to business relationship. So the reason that's important, because you're gonna know how to talk and conversate with these individuals, because we said we want to be able to communicate with our database, and putting tags in your database is going to help you to be able to communicate with these people effectively. Does that make sense?
It does.
And then, okay, we're gonna recap with some ahas and talk about daily success systems. That's what I did again. Oh, man, you got
It's me. I'm the
You
problem.
got to stand next to me.
No, it's me. There you go.
Oh, thank you. All right. I love this quote here. Your database is your business. Building up the number of names in it and a relationship with those names is really at the very core of what building a real estate business is all about. Gary Keller, the millionaire real estate agent, and it really is. Your database is your business. And for some time, it took me a while to wrap that around my mind, to get that concept in my mind. Such a simple concept. My database is my business. Because when I'm out there, doing whatever I do to generate the business, from lead generation, or, doing open houses, or I may be public prospecting, or I may be doing expireds, or, whatever, I may be going and doing some door knocking or some circle prospecting, whatever it may be that I'm doing it to generate those leads, and I'm putting those tags on there, the number of names, and the relationship, it's and these are the people that I should be marketing to first. These are people I should be contacting first before I make any of my calls, or as far as, these are the ones that I want to make sure that I'm touching because these are the ones I've had a two-way conversation with real estate about. And so I want to make sure I stay top of mind with these individuals, right? Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, we gotta do the name of this. All right. And then database defined. Look like they got a lot of people up in here. So basically want to continue to feed your database. Add as many people as possible. Okay, so here we go. So which part of the lead generation and model database represents your database? So at the top, we have lead generation. And then as we come down here, we have relationship management, and then we have client and referral loop. So at the top here, number one, we have lead capture. Okay, so we have the leads that come in at the top, and then we have leads from relationships. So leads from relationships, then from there, we want to have contact to strengthen the existing relationships that we have. And so that's really the importance of putting these individuals in your database, because you really want to strengthen the relationship that you have with these individuals that you had that you had conversations with real estate about. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because that's how you're going to stay top of mind with people that are in your database by strengthening the relationships that's there already. And so, and how you do that, you may send out some things, or put tags on, contact them every so often. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but contact them every so often, send out mailers. Just make sure you stay on top of mind, with the individuals that you put in your database, because you want to really blast your way into the minds of the individuals that you make contact with, because you want to be top of mind with the people inside your database. So when they think about real estate, they thinking about who? You. They thinking about you, exactly. You want them to think about you. Okay, and from here, cultivate contacts for conversions. Interactive, and that's what we want to do. We want to cultivate contacts for conversions. Cultivate. Somebody tell me what is Christian, what does cultivate mean to you?
I have no idea.
Okay, all right. Anybody? Tyler, what does cultivate mean to you?
To gather. Kind of put together.
Okay, James.
I said, plan your harvest.
Okay, good. Plan your harvest. Look, so when you cultivating something, you're getting something prepared, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I was out there in the garden, I'm planting the garden, and then so I want to go out there and plant some plant some roses, whatever I want to do. I want to cultivate the ground. Basically, I want to cultivate there. I want to dig it up. I want to get all the rocks and things, up out of there, and get the weeds out, and I want to clean it up. Then I want to make sure I'm going to be ready to plant what I'm doing, because I'm ready to plant the right seed. I'm ready to have some things grow. Go ahead, you have your hand up.
I was just thinking that also is you want to nurture it, like you said.
Yeah.
And you want it to grow.
Yes.
So when you are active with your lead, your contact, you want that relationship to become stronger and stronger by building it little by little until it becomes a full trust. That's basically what I see as cultivating that relationship to get to the point to trust you and be the person to go to. I think that's what that would mean to me.
Fantastic. That's excellent. That's exactly it. People do real estate from who they know, like, and trust. And your database is just a great way to help build and strengthen that relationship for conversion. For conversion, that's a key word there. For conversion, to convert these individuals, so that you can get contracts, get business. And that's what we want to do. Is we're doing this for conversion. We come, and that's really the whole purpose of building these relationships and strengthening the relationship of the people that's in your database. And from there, once you nurture these individuals and stay in touch with them, and do follow-up contacts with them, and set them on the right type of smart plan that's going to help you stay top of mind with them, you are nurturing and you're strengthening that relationship with them. We're doing it with them, and they're going to stay you're going to stay top of mind in their mind. And that's the whole purpose. And later on, we want to get business from them. We want to get contracts signed, from them. We want to get referrals from that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And this is the best way to do it. They made it so simple for us. Okay. All right. So command here says your integrated end-to-end Keller Cloud platform for running and growing your database. And so here they have some stats, they have leads here that you have. So you put some leads in that appointment. So basically they have appointments, under contract, closed units. So these are things that you can do in command and enter in this information that will help you stay on track as far as the goals that you have set and see if you're on track with the goals that you set. Make sense? Let's see here. Okay, 4 laws of database. So number 1, you want to build it. How do we go out and build the database? What do we do?
Interact with people.
Okay, what are some interactions that we can do to build the database? Anybody? Mike, what's some interactions that we can do to build the database?
Go door knocking.
Okay, go door knocking. Okay, great. What's some
Open house.
open house? Good. Clara, what's some interactions we can do?
Sending your newsletter, John?
Send some news to build the database, send some newsletters out. Narita, what can we do?
Just talking to your past clients, seeing if there's anybody that you can help, they give a number, you talk to those people, put them in your database until they're ready.
Exactly. So there's a number of things that we can do to build our database, like I said, open houses, if you call expires, that's a great way too as well. If you call for sale by owners, that's another great way. If you out there, just go out there and just talk to people, because I know real estate is business, and real estate business the contacts for, right? You go out there and talk to people, that's a great way. Open houses, that's a great way. People that individuals that's in your phone, that may be some people in your phone. Right now that you can use to build your database. Individual, Facebook. That's a great way. That's a great form that you can use to build your database. About 2 weeks ago, I sent something out through Facebook Messenger. I reached out to somebody that I went to school with 30 years ago. They seen me out there in the real estate business, and I say, hey, this is Demery. I was reaching out to see if you know anybody that may be looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the next month or so that I can help. Who do you know? And then she replied back, oh, I got some questions. I have some questions. I've been thinking about doing some things, I've been thinking about doing some things, but I don't know if my credit is good. And so we got a conversation, start going back and forth. And I set the appointment for us to meet this Thursday. And so these types of things, this can happen. Just help building your database from people that you already know too as well. All right. The second thing it looks like here, feed it every day. Who likes to eat every day? I'm not convinced. Who likes to eat every day?
Yes.
You're like, I don't know. I like to eat every day. I like to eat every day. I don't know. I like to eat every day, depending on what it is. Well, we're not gonna talk about the type of food I eat, but hey, I like to eat every day. And you know what? You want to feed your database every day. You want to feed your database every single day. And like I said, it took me a little while to learn that too as well. And with that being said, the size of your database is really going to dictate the size of your business. Okay, so you want to make sure you're feeding your database every day, like I say, going out there, getting those contacts and adding people to your database. I learned from some as I was watching I do a DTD2, and there was this gentleman on there. He'll put a stack of thank you cards on the side of his desk, and so he'll put 5 cards on his desk. And by the end of the week, he'll want those 5 cards gone. So with that being said, is that those are the contacts that he made, because after you made a contact and put somebody in the database, he would send a card. And so he said with that, by him doing that helped, keep that type of mind of him to feed his database every single day. Now you can put 5 cards, there, or you can say, hey, I want to do 25 contacts, in a week. It's really up to you what you set your goal and your desire to do, how much you want to feed your database. Does that make sense? And then number 3, you want to communicate systematically with your database. And so basically systematically, put them on systems, smart plans, 8 by 8s, in 8 touches in 8 weeks. Maybe after that, you want to put them on a 36 touch program so you can continue to stay top of mind, or they have different type of smart plans. If you met somebody that's a motivated seller, you may find a smart plan that targets those individuals. Or if you know somebody who's a motivated buyer, you may put them on a type of a motivated buyer type of smart plan just to stay top of mind, with them. And so there's plenty of smart plans. So you want to systematically do these things. And number 4, you want to service all of your leads. Service all the leads that you have. Make sure you stay in contact well, with these leads, make sure you're tagging them, make sure make sure they're knowing who you are, make sure that they're knowing that you're, you're a real, that you are their realtor. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, so we got the ahas right now. Go ahead and, raise your hand at once. Anybody got any ahas right now? Go ahead.
Unless I build my database, I won't have a business.
There you
So
go.
I gotta do that daily,
Exactly.
follow up and talk to them.
Exactly. Unless you, exactly. If you don't build your database, you don't have a business. You don't have a business at all. And right now, personally, in my database, I have like 411 individuals, right now in my database. And I set a goal probably by the end of this year to have about 1,000 by December. And I marked off how many contacts I need to make on a daily basis, on a weekly basis to do that, to hit that goal. And these are and beat it, build it. Any more ahas? Anybody else?
I had a question.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So if you have a conversation with someone and about real estate and they said, no, I'm not interested, I own my house for 20 years, I'm not moving, would that be a lead or or do you ask them for referrals?
No, put them in your database.
Okay.
Put them in your database, because things change.
That's fine.
Things change. If you have somebody that say, hey, I'm not thinking about making a real estate move the next 10 years. But okay, well, great. You may seem like you really attached, seem like you attached to your home, but hey, would it be okay if I just kept in touch with you just to be a source of real estate for you so I can be that local economist? Yeah, sure, but I'm not thinking about doing anything. No problem. I just want to keep you up to date what's going on in the market and just be that source of real estate for you. Is that all right? Yeah, sure. You go ahead and put them in your contact and in your database, and you build that relationship because you don't know what could happen. Or a situation may change, you don't know who they know, or with that, say that again?
I said the market could shift.
Things can shift, so, hey, you know what, it doesn't matter if a person said, hey, I'm 10 years out, I'm 5 years out, or I'm not, and things like that, but they give you the opportunity and say, yes, I can keep in touch with them, then yes, I'm putting them in my database. Because I don't know, this person may own multiple properties. Or this person may be a homeowner and don't have their home in a trust. Right? That's another way to have a great conversation about an individual such as that. That's so there's so many different things. So yeah, you put them in there. Yeah, keep that relationship, build it. Anybody else?
But in that case, if they don't give us their phone number, or how do you keep in touch with them?
Okay, so that's
They
not.
don't give you nothing.
Oh, you like, okay, look, I'm gonna meet you here next week, the same spot I'm in. No. No, really, and no, that's a great question. Some people are, some individuals are, really reluctant on, giving their information to, individuals they don't know, right? And so with that being, and with that being said, if I can get an email address, that's great. Because this way I have an email, address, right? And I can go ahead and send them out an email. Then I can put that when I put that email, I make sure I get their name, right? I get their first and last name, and they say, hey, I'll give you my email address. I'll put their first and last name, and I'll get the email address too as well. And I'll go ahead and put that in my database, and then I'll set on my manual task, maybe once a month. Okay, to keep up with them and send them an email until I build that relationship. And then later on, when I build that relationship, then I may get the phone number. And then we may start communicating. So does that make sense? Yeah, so, yeah, anybody else?
One thing that I do to try to get their address, particularly if you know the area where that person lives, you have the name, you have the last name. Go to title.
Ooh.
Put the name on it.
Ooh.
For example, I have a Fidelity one, and I go and I put the name of the person and I search. And if that person owns a property, it's gonna show. And if you know that you said, oh, this may be it,
Yeah.
I would go ahead and put it in the command, I put the address. Now I have something to go to, whether it's door knock or send something to them.
Thank you, Clara, that's great.
That's good. Excellent. Come on. That's good. That's good.
I'm just saying, be gentle with that.
Go ahead.
I've had people go, look.
Go ahead.
like, I'm in business for a little bit, so I paid for like the background check, cause I used to be worried about open houses and all that. Sometimes people are like, how'd you know all that?
Uh-oh.
It's public record?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
And that's good. That's good.
Your phone number, so I followed up with them, and they were like, I didn't never go to no open house, so I asked them, I was like, well, since I got you on the phone, well, I said.
That's a good one. And it's just about being bold. No, great points, both, no, great points, both of you. And I found myself, doing that too before as well. I've met individuals that have allowed me to stay in touch with them, giving me their name, giving me their, the phone number, email address, but they may not, and, now ask them, say, are you a homeowner? Yeah. And they say, no, then I know they probably buy me. And then so if they're a homeowner, I put down, okay, this is a homeowner, they give me the address, so I go and try to look it up, and if I find it, I'll mail them a card. I mailed them a card, so yes, it's public record, so, yeah, no, that's good. Anybody else?
Like you say, after that, you make the contract, you put in the database, and then you send a letter or a note, something.
Right, and that's just a great, that, me personally, I just feel that, when getting there, I just feel that for me personally, that's a great way for me to start, solidifying that relationship with that individual that I met. So yeah, so I definitely created a personalized 8x8 that I feel is non-intrusive. That's really subtle and inviting, and at the end, it helps me to be able to talk about real estate afterwards. But all right, so law number 1. Build a database. All right. So at a minimum, each contact you have, so we already talked about this already. So at a minimum, each contact you have a name, and contact information, past business records. So, yeah, so definitely when you're out there, building your database, having your contacts, you definitely should have their name, first and last name, contact information, phone number, email address, and if you got their home address, that's great too as well. And if you and you can get them on Facebook too as well. That's awesome too, because now you can put them on Facebook, and then if you send out something, you can put a part of your Facebook group if you have something like that. So if I'm out there door knocking, and I'm going out there door knocking, I'm doing door knocking for door knocking for listings, and I come up to someone and say, hey, how you doing? No, I say, hey, how you doing, Noe? My name is Demery. I'm a local real estate agent in the area. I'm just going around talking to individuals about real estate and letting people know we just recently sold a home in your area, and we sold the home for $650,000, and it was on the market for 13 days. So I'm just just curious to see if you ever had a real estate need. Who do you use in this area? Good social real estate. And he may say, no one. Yeah, no one. I don't use anyone out here. Well, hey, I take on that responsibility to keep the debate of what's going on in the area. Would that be okay? Yeah. So I said, okay, what's your name? Get his name. And when I'm asking these questions, I'm looking down, right? So I'm asking these questions, I'm looking down. Your name is, and give me his name, and a good phone number. Give me a phone number. Good email address. And so I'm not asking, can I have it? Or can I have your phone number? Can I have your email address? Because that's gonna open up no or check or anything like that. So I'm writing it down and getting it there. But when I'm door knocking, I have the street. Already. And then now, so when I go to the door, I already have. So after I get all this other information, I go ahead and just write the address there. Go back. This person said, hey, I can follow them and put them in my contacts. And then send them my card. And then here we go, building the database, so we can build a relationship for conversion later on and do some business. That makes sense? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is awesome. Look at this. So command. Command is a great way to it's a great way to to put your contacts into the database. All right. So put it on a piece of paper, or writing on a sticky note, or, having all these things just scattered around is really not a great way to keep in touch or to, to keep in touch and to keep up with people that you have met. So here as a first and last name, I cannot pronounce that name there, so I'm not gonna try. And so we have the name, first and last name, and it also has tags here. It also has a phone number, email address, lead source, and these are great. This is great information to have. So if I use door knocking, I do a lot of door knocking. So I use door knocking. So I'll put it on there as far as tagging them. Door knocking. Lead source, door knocking. Tag, homeowner. Also another tag I put on there, network, and then also a tag I do the DTD too. So their last name, on the first letter of the last name on there. So I know when I'm making my calls and I'll know the name that I'm on at that week. So I just make sure I'm tagging them that way. Or if they said, hey, their home, if I know that their home is not in trust, I'll put on their tag, no trust. Reason why, because I know what type of conversation, that I can have with them when I'm calling them up, the day I'm doing my call to my database. So I can talk to this person like, hey, you may mention that your home's not in trust. I just want to follow up with you to see if we can, go ahead and schedule for something so we can get you one of our trust seminars. And things of that nature. So just a great way just to know what type of conversation you have with these individuals where you met them, and then also the lead source and also you can be able to follow up with people in your database. Okay, let's see here. All right, get help. Check out command your database and connect. Get help. Hey, I get help all the time. I get help from Armando all the time. You got questions or anything like that, as far as command, what's going on with it, you need help with the database or how to enter people into the database or how to tag them in the database. We got great help here at our market center. Armando, he's always available. He takes his time out, does a phenomenal job to help out, each and every one of us, if we have any questions. Does that make sense? And also you can go get some training. So also you can go get some training too as well. All right, back to aha. We have any ahas from that section? Anybody? All right.
I think
Yeah, go ahead.
it's about the tagging, how important it is, like you mentioned, to tag is a homeowner, so that's a target because they might be wanting to sell, and like you said, also the trust, that's a great idea. That's an eye opener, like, there's different reasons. You have to have a reason to call someone. You have to plan it, so that way you don't feel like you up here. So you make the cold calling, become warmer now. For me, that's how I feel it, because if I don't know what to say, it's really cold.
Yeah.
But if I start looking at it and I got this information, homeowner, okay, what can I say? Now I have something, and I just try to follow the script to reach out and talk and start the conversations.
That's it.
So
That's great. That's great.
That's what I learned today.
That's great, fantastic, yeah, and it's come on, that's good. That's definitely important because, taking that time out just to, to put tags on your database so what type of conversation that you can have with individuals. Is this person a network? And I hope I'm not going too far, but anyways, is this person an advocate? Or this person, I tag them by allied resources, I tag them by advocates or core advocates. Core advocates, they may be your A+, right, in your database. Some people tag them by A+. So the A+ is the ones that you really built a great connection with, a great relationship with. So that conversation can be, totally different than if I tag someone that's an expired. Right? If I tag someone that's inspired, they're not gonna want me to ask how their family's doing, or how's your job going and things like that. If I tag someone that they're or for sale by own, that's a different type of conversation. So tags are definitely important because it helps you lead into the conversation that you're gonna have with people that you talk to.
For us, what is important to homeowners about putting their property in the trust?
The assets are protected. So say for instance, the assets are protected. So say for instance, I may have talked to someone that's senior, right? Okay, they may talk to someone that's a senior. They lived in their home for 20 years. Okay, and also their home is a 2-story home, right? And also in that tag, I also may put a two-story home, may need to downsize. So the important thing to have the assets protected. So, so if they were to pass away, then the family wouldn't be fighting over the assets. These things would be taken care of because it's important, because they want to most likely, bless their family while they can, at the moment. So these are things that, people need to talk about. Also helps me to have a conversation, with these individuals, and just to be a source of real estate in that area. I'm not the person who's gonna, do the trust or anything like that, but I have connections to someone who can help you to do that, right? And so it definitely is important. Anybody else? And also, as far as, if you come across somebody if you come across somebody that's a senior, or they have a two-story home, been in their home for, 20 years, they may be thinking to downsize. So you may want to put downsize in there, just be mindful of these little nuances. They may be thinking of downsizing. So that could be a great tag too as well, to say, hey, have you considered downsizing? You say you've been in your home for 20 years, and and have you ever thought about downsizing and cashing your equity, or learning more about it? Just coming from contribution value, because I'm pretty sure sometimes those steps could be a little challenging to go up, right? Or they may have gained a lot of things in their home that they don't know what to do, like a lot of clutter and things like that. So that's another way that you can have a conversation with somebody about comfort value. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else? All right, so move on. Let's see what we got here. All right, number 2, feed it every day. Prospecting, marketing. All right, so feed it every day. So what are some of the ways that you all feed your database, or has anybody in here been feeding their database?
Send out emails.
Huh? Okay. Go ahead.
Putting people into your database, bro.
Yeah. So putting people, because your database is system, right? Your database system. We want your database is hungry. Your database is hungry. Your database is hungry. Your database wants to eat. Your database doesn't want to be emaciated, right? Your database, your database wants to be full. So yeah, you got to feed it. So prospecting, like I said, prospecting and marketing, these are things that you can do to feed your database. And we talked about some of these things. Hey, circle prospect, door knock, be purposeful, about doing these things when we're going to feed our database. And, when I'm out there public prospecting, or if I'm out there door knocking, or if I'm going out there to knock on a door knock on expired listings door, I definitely want to be purposeful, when I'm doing, because my purpose is to get that contact, or maybe to set that appointment at the time, depending on how the conversation goes, right? And so, prospecting you can do that, directly or indirect. Go ahead, Clara.
We can also do prospecting, for example, when I go to the supermarket.
Yeah.
I try to make a comment or with someone for something that would help me start a conversation. And even the cash register, the people at the cash register, you can do that too. So anybody that you run into, there is a potential there for a referral or a client.
It definitely is. So what you have on brick basically is that building cap. You have that building cap on. Like I said, you're at the grocery store, standing in line, or wherever not. It's endless out. It's endless out there now, and it all depends on how much do you want to feed your database? How big do you want your business? How big do you want your business to be? How large do you want your business to be? It's going to be really dependent on the size of your database. Can you imagine if you can you imagine if you had 1,000 people in your database, and you can get 10% of that business? How much business would that be? How many transactions would that be?
100 each.
Yeah, when I do the never-ending referrals, they said, you want a return of 10%. If you have a database that you have built up and have nurtured and have nurtured, and people know, like, and trust you, can you imagine just getting 10% of that? That's awesome. That's awesome. Or just think of like this. I was looking right now, the sold median sales price right now is $469,000 here in our area. So that gives us, so we do go 2.5% commission, that's about $11,725, about $12,000, right? Perhaps commission out here. Just imagine going out there and adding 5 people a day to your database. And potentially you can get you $12,000 commission. Thinking of that term. That's wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why it really is. And so it's important. It's important to feed the database. It's important to feed your database every day. It's important to feed it every day because you have to, because that's where our business will come from. All right, let's see. All right. The value of your sphere. Your sphere would generate new, repeat, or referral business. Okay, so what do we mean when we talk about sphere? Anybody?
Sphere of influence.
Yes, so these are people, these are people that what?
People you know that you interact with.
Like you.
Yeah, that's it. People already know, like, and trust you already. So it could be, like I said, people in your phone, right? And, if people in your phone and I, I was like, then when I started, like, I don't want to call people my phone. I'm gonna call people my phone. Like, why not? That's just a, limiting belief because, because people the people on my phone they haven't seen me in that light yet as a realtor, right? But hey, we gotta make that call because this is the way that they already know, like and trust us, I hope. I hope they don't just like me when they want some money, but anyways, but they already know, like, and trust. So yeah, these individuals who already know, like, and trust you is your spirit. And these type of individuals that you definitely want to be reaching out to because they can they can help you with new business, repeat business, or referral business. And also somebody in your spirit could be somebody that you developed a great relationship through over time about real estate. I mean, there's been individuals that I've been in touch with for the years since I've been in real estate. Now they are in my sphere. Because when I call them, the conversation is easy. It's not forced or anything like that. We're laughing on the phone, giggling and things like that. And that's just a great conversation just to have rather than an expire. That's a whole nother conversation. So we're for sale by owner, right? But the sphere is the one that you can have that it's a warm contact. You can have that easy conversation with, right? Okay, so these are individuals that can help with new business, repeat business, or referral business, and that's type of business that we want to have. The value. All right, testimonials and reviews. Anybody out here getting testimonials and reviews for work that they've done or clients they helped in the past?
Yes.
And it's good. And
Just have to ask.
that's
That's the
that-
hard part.
That's I'm glad you mentioned that. No, you just have to, just like calling people from your phone, just got to call, right? That's the hard part. You just have to ask. And that's the challenging part. Why is it so, why is that so challenging? Right? Just you've done a great work for individuals that you help, maybe buy a home, sell a property or anything like that. And they liked your they enjoyed your service and we find a challenge at the end to ask for a review. Why is that? But it shouldn't, like you said, just have to ask, right? Just have to ask. Hey, hey, you know what? After the end of this, I appreciate you if you can, go ahead and write a nice 5-star review, for me in the services that I provided, and then let's just talk briefly about what you thought about our services, and then really that's really about it. That's really about it. A lot of times, people are more than happy to do that. Now, I mean, if it didn't go too well, then I would, we just go ahead and bypass that all together, right? But yeah, so testimonials and reviews are a great way to add value. All right. Let's see. What are areas of business or customer service? What areas of business or customer service could you ask someone to provide a testimonial or review? Anybody? It says responsiveness, attention to detail, professionalism, empathy, clear communication, etc. Hey, let me know how. Let me know if I exceeded the expected your need and got back to you in a timely manner. If you can leave something about that'd be great. Or if you felt that throughout this transaction, I I paid attention to close detail. No, leave me a testimony about that. That'd be fantastic. Or what did you think about our, just our professionalism, our services, how we communicated with you? That'd be great too as well for a testimony or, empathy, empathy, how we, dealt with you in, the entire transaction. These are just ideas that you can ask people for testimonials about. Responsiveness, attention to detail. I mean, these are, type of things that's gonna build up your credibility, as a realtor and show value when so value to other individuals, as an agent for you, right? All right. All right, then we back again to aha, for anyone. For me is that we just gotta ask for a testimonial, right? Just gotta ask for it. Just gotta ask for a testimonial, just gotta ask for the review, because it's gonna be a great way to, to build value, for your business and those individuals that you want to help later on in the future. And I've started implementing that, within my business because, what's your name? I'm sorry? Linda, thank you. Okay, Linda, as Linda said, it was challenging for me just to ask for a review. And I started doing that, a little more consistently, and the more you do it, the easier it becomes. The more you do it, the better you become, right? And that's just what it is. And people start leaving reviews, and then you get a chance to go on Facebook and Instagram. Look at my 5-star review, like everybody else. Look at my 5-star review, that up there, and it's just being in front of individuals and having value. Okay, go ahead.
For the reviews, what are you doing? Is there like an actual app? Is there someone that is doing it, or are they just messaging you?
So I believe there's me personally, I have my own website, so I can send them out a link. I believe there's something command, give a reminder, because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing, but there's something command that I believe you can send a link to as well, and have them lead a review for you there, or if you have or if you Zillow, if you know part of that, you can send them a link to that too as well, and they can leave a review on that too as well.
Well, they can just write it on email.
There you go.
Copy and paste.
That's great too.
Easier.
That's good too. Thank you, Linda. Or
And you can
exactly.
read it first.
Say again.
Then you can read it first.
Right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Another way is because a lender started that with me. But when we have the Facebook and, go into their page and put a review there for them. And they asked me for the same thing, so we kind of exchanged that. And so you can do it there too on your social media application. You actually can have somebody, a client, make sure you have the contact there too. They can give you a review there. That's how I seen it.
Nice. That's another
Google
great.
account has it too.
Yeah, okay, yeah, so yes, number of ways, if you have, like I said, if you set up as a business and things like that on Google, you can send a link and they can leave your review too, as well with that. Yeah, so it's a number of ways to do that. I mean, I think about doctor offices, right? Dentist offices. They, as soon as you walking out through the door, like, oh, how you enjoy this? They ask you right there, how you enjoy it? That was great. Okay, look, here, go ahead and scan this QR code. Make sure you leave us a review. Just like that, just so simple. And we should be doing the same thing. All right. Let's see here. What's next? All right. To succeed at a high level in real estate sales, you must commit to frequent contact with your database with the intent of building close relationships. I love that. It's just about relationship building. Just go back to that bold law number 3. Business is a contact sport. Businesses are built on relationships, and relationships are built on contacts, and that's just basically what we want to do. We want to, really build relationships with the individuals that are in our database that we come into contact with, because you got a strong relationship. You got someone that's going to be there. You got someone that's going to refer you. You got someone that's gonna be a spokesperson for you, on your behalf, gonna be, gonna be your rah-rah, really gonna have your back. So it's really important to build a close relationship. I've experienced this, just throughout my time here being in the business. Because it took me a while to get to this point. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be 18 years. I don't want to be 18 years in the business and start, just to get this, right? And so 4 years in the business, it's great. I've had individuals in my I've had individuals in my database, send me referrals. Hey, Hey, what's going on, Carl? How you doing, man? All is well. How's the family going? Man, they're doing great. Okay, great. How's everything going at the job? You got the promotion yet? I'm almost close there. Okay, great. You guys make any plans or anything like that this past weekend? You guys, do anything fun? Yeah, we went to the beach, whatever. Now I'm just making up scenarios. So it's not beach time right now. But yeah, okay, great, man. Well, look, hey, thanks for taking my call, man. I really appreciate, always helping me out. Hey, by the way, who do right now that's looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate I can help? And they may send you, send you referral, may know somebody at that moment. So there's a number of ways. So when you have that type of relationship built, that conversation is pretty, quite simple, right? Okay, so in that conversation that we're having, what is forward conversation, right? I see here. Number three, communicate systematically. Okay, here we go. Segment your database based on interest, passion, etc. So segment your database. That's so. Okay, segment your database. So say for instance, I like to try to have like at least one business to business, at least 1 to 2 business to business appointments on my schedule every week. That's it's individual I'm trying to do business with. It could be a financial planner, it could be a trust attorney, it could be a CPA or whatever this business. So what I do is, so if I make that appointment and we go ahead and meet, so I'll segment that as a business to business relationship. I'll put that in my database. I'll tag it as that, and so I know what type of conversation to have right then and there with that individual. Just like as far as if I have or if you come into contact with someone from door knocking and and you find out they may be 3 months out from selling, right? 3 months out from selling, and you try to set the appointment at the door, you didn't get a chance, but they may be 3 months out from selling. I'll tag them as a hot seller. Right, so I'll tag them as a hot seller, in my database, so I know what type of conversation to have with these individuals. So just segmenting people in your database based on interest, passion, etc. Or if I have a buyer, if I have a buyer that's that they're going through the approval, we met, I got connected lender, now they're going through the approval process, a hot buyer. So this way I'm staying in touch with them. And I know what type of conversation to have with them when I'm calling them up. Okay. And another thing is that you can place these individuals in your opportunities as well. Anybody heard about the opportunities? Okay, so opportunities, that's just a perfect way to know where your business is coming from. So if you have a seller, if you have a hot seller, you go ahead and put them in your opportunity as you put them in opportunity as a seller, and then within that, I believe within that opportunity, they give you an option if it's a nurture, if you're nurturing them, or if they 3 months out or whatever not, you'll put them, in your opportunity. So when you get to the office or whatever not, you'll open your opportunities up, where your business coming from, those individuals that you would really want to reach out to first, really, because you're trying to set if you haven't set the appointment, trying to set the appointment, or hey, what can I send them, to stay top of mind to get the appointment and things of that nature, right? Okay, so that's a great way to be able to segment your database. Okay, look at that. Well, they have some examples here. So segment your database. VIP, very important, very VIP, very important person. I believe in it, and this is all relative, right? This is all relative based on how you conduct your business. VIP, this person golfs. Great. If you have somebody that that golfs, this would be a great way to really have a good conversation around golf with. They have somebody who's in the military, and is in the military is an investor. Okay, great. I just went to this training over at Loan Depot, and they gave some great information about VA loans. Excellent information about VA loans. And so I've been, using that and reaching out to individuals in my database that are in the military, and because I found out some information that I didn't know before. Now I can share with them, right? And that may spark some interest, maybe turn into some business. Referral, dog lover. You got somebody that's gonna give you referrals. You tag them as that. And so basically what you're doing is you're putting their interest too as well with what they like. Hey, you may want to, talk about a dog groomer or, someone that, that works well with animals here in, that grooms dogs well, in the community. That'd be a great conversation to have with somebody who loves dogs, or an investor. You may have found a property that, could be, financially, beneficial for this individual who's, looking for something. No golf. Hey, did you read about what the latest exercise that Titleist put out for as individuals, want to increase mobility in their hip? Yeah, I do training and things like that. So those would be great conversations to have, like that. So it all depends on, what the interests are and go from there, right? Just stay top of mind with your database and build that relationship. Okay. Let's see, communicate with your segments. Okay, same touch newsletter. All right, so I have golf, investors, dog lovers. So you may want to send some information to these, individuals that you have put their personal interests about, just send them some things out. And just to show them that, because basically what we're doing is we're just coming from contribution, right? That's what we do. We're coming from contribution, building a relationship with the individuals in our database. And that's a great, and this is why it's so important to be able to segment your database. And so I can know it. So it doesn't have to always be real estate related. Doesn't always have to be about real estate. You may have, you may have somebody that, well, I don't know, loves dresses or makeup or, love perfumes, things that they send out something like that. Or, you may meet somebody, you may meet a guy that, likes, shoes, suits, whatever not, or you may meet somebody at Men's Warehouse, love suits. So you can send some information out like that, just building up the relationship. So here it said, it reads review of golf courses per neighborhood in the area relevant to the geographic location of the people in the segment. So relevant to where they are. We have the Rancho Vista golf course over this way. And then also, then also we have another golf course on the, I believe on the west side over there. Okay, and so you can send out some information about people, who like golf. They also have market stats in different geographic locations based on markets people are moving to and fro. So you send these things to investors. Okay, these type of things that, investors would be interested in, different markets, individuals moving from one area to another area, different opportunities that they can invest in that could be a potential great fit for them. Does it make sense? And then we have another one here, listing of upcoming low cost vaccination sites or other low cost pet services. Now, I don't have any pets right now, but I love pets. All right, I love pets. I don't have any pets right now. But hey, this is great. This is a great conversation to have with people. When we did, I had 2 dogs, and we hadn't trained very well. They'll go to sleep on their own. We'll tell them to go upstairs. They go upstairs and go to bed. They go upstairs in the living room, and things like that. And these are great conversations to have with individuals who are pet lovers. Or places where they can go walk their dogs, and that's safe and things like that. Make sense?
Yes.
All right. All right. Any questions? Anybody got any questions? Any ahas right now before we get there? All right, leads. So here we got leads here. It says communicate with value. 19 to connect, 4 touches, quarterly phone calls, 12 touches, monthly emails, newsletters, market reports, videos, 2 touches, promotional direct mail such as a magnet calendar, print market reports. And so these are the type of things that you can just send out, to individuals just to stay top of mind, just to make these touches with people in your database. So you are staying top of mind with them. And I know it may seem like it's maybe a little overwhelming. But with that being said, we can get with Armando. He helped me create a 36 touch, for individuals in my database. So this way I'm staying top of mind and, staying in touch with the people that I put in my database so they can continue to, know, like, and trust me. Make sense? Number 1. And here we got one to submit. I like this one here. Okay, it reads a high value touch that solidifies a relationship you have just established and opens the door for future interactions. I like this one here. So you want to basically start off to submit the relationship. And so really to form a solid foundation with that contact that you met. And I use an 8x8. So I have a personalized 8x8, 8 touches, 8 weeks. So the first time when I meet this contact, have the information, name, first name, last name, phone number, email address. If I'm doing door knocking, I have the home address too as well. And I let them know that I'm going to be following up with them. So what I do is after I put them inside my database, I'll send out a thank you card. Hey, it was great. It was great meeting with. Thank you for speaking. Thank you for speaking today. I'm excited about putting you in my client appreciation program. And I look forward to building a great relationship. And I'll put my card in. I'll put my business card in that thank you card, and I'll mail it out. Really, that's kind of like a second contact for me because they already see me face to face. Now they're getting a card from me. Then later on, a little bit down the line, I may send I may send some information about me. And then the next contact after that, an email, not an email, but a text goes out saying, "Hey, this is Demery. I just wanted to reach out and see, make sure that you received the card." And so people reply, "Yes, I have. Thank you so much." I say, "Great." That's it. Now, another contact after that, I may say, "Hey, this is Demery. I'm just reaching out to see if you received the information that we sent. I told you I was gonna stay in touch, so I just wanted to make sure I did that." That's my call there. And I don't talk about real estate. And the last touch that comes, I talk about real estate there. So what I'm doing throughout that time, I'm just cementing the relationship. I'm cementing relationship, sending cards, sending maybe a flyer, something about myself. I'm sending some stats about the office, or something about myself, sending a text, sending an email. So this is something that's solidifying the relationship with that lead that I made contact with. Does that make sense? All right. So now we have 36 touch here. Contacts to convert. 4 touches telephone call, 26 touches bi-weekly email offering some type of information of value to the consumer. 2 touches events, get-togethers, parties. 4 touch promotional direct mail such as a magnet calendar or market report. So like I said, you can get with him. Like I said, I connect with Armando. He helped me make this 36 touch, and so throughout the year. And so when things come up in your database, you put them on this 36 touch system. You want to make sure that you're doing the task that comes up, because if you're missing it, then you're missing an opportunity to stay in touch with the person that you're trying to convert, right? So we're trying to convert them. We're trying to convert them to raving fans. So 36 touch is a great way to do that after we have cemented that relationship. And considering that they don't have a real estate need at the end, but this is a great way to do it. And in order to do that, you can go ahead and get with Armando. He can help you out with that. All right. Okay. So here we are. So database, smart database, data bank. So we got contacts. So here, contacts. I believe this is a phone here, right? So you can go ahead and go to your phone and just to see. You go ahead and go to your phone and see what individuals at your phone that you can go ahead and add to your data bank. Your database is your data bank. This is where your business is coming from. And so I'm pretty sure a lot of us have individuals on our phone right now that we can potentially add to our data bank who we haven't even reached out to. What about you, Lynn? You got anybody on your phone that you can add to your database on your phone?
No, I have what?
You have anyone on your phone that you could potentially add to your database?
Oh, potentially.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all do, and yeah, so go ahead and look at your phone and and call them up. If you haven't done so, let them know that you let them know that you're in real estate. Hi, what's going on, Rita? This is Demery, and you know who this is already. You're my phone, right? I'm just kidding. I'm in the real estate business now. I'm pumped up, fired up, and I'm enthusiastic. I'm ready to help meet the challenges of my friends and family accomplish their real estate goal. And this is a great conversation to have. Just let them you put them in your database. I've called my cousins, called some of my uncles, and things of that nature. Now I put them in my database. Stay top of mind with them. All right. We got any ahas from the section that we went over? And after this, we're gonna go ahead and take a little break. Okay, about 10 minutes. We got any ahas from the section that we went over right now? Anybody?
Segmented the database.
Segmented. That's it.
At least.
Segmented. And what's the importance? What's the importance of segmenting your database?
Stay top of mind.
That's it. Stay top of mind.
Building relationships.
Building relationships.
It just shows that not everybody you come in contact with is very real simple at that time. Over time, stay in touch with them, keep in contact. If they let you, and they can convert it to business.
Good. Excellent. All right, well, let's go ahead and take about a 10-minute break and we will come back, all right? All right. I don't know, I guess, just leave this one.
Just leave it. It just takes off.
Yeah. So about 10, 20 or so come back. Okay, 10, 20, 15. I'm going fast now. Oh, this is our first time using this. Yeah, so. Good job, you guys for that. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, that's it. That's it. Learn about that. Learn about that. We call it, say you were on the practice. Have you put in contact on that division? Okay, excellent. No, thank you. Demery, DEL. ERY. And my last name is Windom, WIN. DOM. Yes, that's I right there. Yeah, okay, yeah. All right, well, nice to meet you. Yeah.
Great time.
Oh, that's next, I'm gonna paint this ceiling, I'm gonna paint these walls, no, sort of done. I got it. Get all this solid up, I'm gonna do some more. Yeah, yeah. Open this up and then it goes up. Oh, there you go. There he is, bro. Come on. I like that. Yeah, you'll never get that work.
That was a great idea.
Yeah.
Fun, she just got the. So next time.
I don't want to have much time.
Yeah, right.
Sí. No, la idea por el cambio de hora. Entonces, de mi vida, yo nunca pongo alarma, nomás, sí, por otro lado, sí. Pero sí, 15 minutos. ¿Cómo estoy?
No, lo mismo, sí,
¿Ya?
Cuando sale.
Oh,
Y
gracias.
ahorita hacemos una cosa de las tarjetas, y luego ya no dejan.
Oh, ok. Sí, es lo que estoy haciendo yo, entonces, está leyendo, estuve leyendo las objeciones y cómo cómo cambiar la dinámica,
Sí.
en vez de no así, y así crear pares y empiezan ya en ese par. Entonces, está interesante, pero no, casi no, pero bueno, se lo hace muy bien. Y lo que les digo que a veces no importa, ya sea que tenga un acento o no, lo importante es el contenido y lo que le está ofreciendo, porque es lo que la gente va a adaptar. Porque mi esposa me ha dicho eso y me dice, no, me dice, la señora tiene acento, me dice, pero sabe lo que está diciendo porque para mí tiene sentido y a mí me llama. Entonces, hemos platicado con un estilo. Te digo, tiene razón. Pues dice que yo siempre en inglés, pero cuando la persona me habla en español, es complicado, porque ella me quiere crear. Yo comienzo con inglés porque a veces no sé, no quiero asumir, a menos que sea una persona que sé, me llevo a aprender diferentes es que bueno, a ver, oh, wow.
Sí, yo sí saqué los dos, pero lo venimos ya me dio ajá. Pero sí, el tiempo no podemos hacer en la participación. Porque eso no se lo van a aprender. Ya, nomás me dice para poner, saber que me voy a quedar.
You know, address.
Oh, okay, okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't hear. You're good, you're good. I just wanted to make sure this is right. Oh, yeah, yeah. Do you need anything? Can I get you water bottle or anything?
Are there no about these? So. This is your.
Actually, she will come with me to the weekend. Because she has my big knowledge of rates.
What's the name first?
Yeah.
I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
Oh, you know, I'm good, sweetie. How are you? Good.
Oh, it's spring, right?
Yeah. Not saying that, I'll stay on the corner, yeah.
We're getting more rain, I think, tomorrow, right? I know. Enjoy it today.
All right. Come on. Let's go and get back. All right. All right, so before we left, we talked about some ahas that we got from Saginaw, our database. So we're gonna go ahead and move on here, I believe, to the final law here, which service all the leads that come their way. All right, here we got another great quote by Demery Keller. And reads, your job is to build a community and serve the community. And that's basically what we want to do. We want to build a community and we want to definitely serve the community from the individuals that we place in our database. The database is not only a container of information, but it's your business. Okay, so that's exactly what it is. It doesn't contain your information, but this is where your business is going to come from. And Gary Keller thinks this way. He said, no, my job is to connect with you, but and put you in my database to be in front of you as your realtor, as a realtor for life. And so that's what we want. We want to definitely build relationships to where we can, be that realtor for life for individuals that are in our database, because we're not just holding them there for no reason, but we're holding them there so we have them there so we can build a strong relationship with them and be that realtor for life. No matter if you work with somebody and they move to Arizona or they move to Florida. You keep them there. I have some sellers recently that that moved to Arizona, and after the transaction was over, I reached out to them maybe like a few weeks later, and just called up and followed up with them, see how everything was going, how they settling in, and said, hey, they both like, hey, we settling in great. And I asked them, hey, it was be okay if I get your new address? Yeah, sure. So I can definitely stay in touch, even though they out there in Arizona, because they may know someone out here, right? Who may need some help. So I followed exactly. So I got their address and put them in and updated them. And also I put them on like a home anniversary when they home sold. So I give you another reason to reach out to them too as well. And so be their realtor for life, no matter where they move to. Okay. It's he thinks of his database as a community that he serves. He adds the size of the community is determined by you. So the size of the community is determined by you. The size of your database is determined by you. So how much you feed it, how much you want to build it, it's basically up to us. Okay, so I'm gonna add me and myself. It's basically up to us. So the size you want your business to be is based up to us. That's really about it. It's a great reminder that real estate is a relationship business. And that's basically what it is. We're building relationships. We're building relationships, building rapport with individuals. It's a relationship business. Let's go to the next slide here. Law number 4, service all leads. Plan for lead follow-up program to leverage every opportunity. So let's see, so this is basically what we want to do is we want to leverage every opportunity for the leads that we have in our database, because all the leads that we have in our database is the opportunity for us to come from contribution. It's an opportunity for us to come from value. It's an opportunity for us to be that, local realtor of choice. It's an opportunity for us to be that local economist. It's an opportunity for us to just to be in touch and stay in tune with the individuals in our database. Let me ask, what do you think is the most important service that we provide for our leads? Anybody? Sorry.
Taking people from where they are to where they want to be.
Yeah, okay. And why do you think that is important? Why do you think that is important to be able to service the leads that, that are in our database? Anybody?
We build a trust.
Okay,
We build trust. And if we help them in the process and take the stress off of them, they will have a better experience with us by the end of the transaction.
okay. Have a better experience with us by the end of the transaction, build trust. Anyone else?
I like to think of like as project management.
Okay, I like that.
You take that person through, you handle all of the things, you take the load off of them. And they will appreciate that. They'll remember that they handled this transaction, you handled this transaction in a way that they took stress off them.
Okay, great. Exactly. Helping them make that transition as smooth as possible, right? And that's exactly, we want exactly to build up trust. And this is why it's important to provide, service to, provide service to all of our leads. Just thinking of this way, you go into a restaurant, you sit down at the table. And you have one waiter or waitress that's there, and that waiter or waitress maybe that may have 5 or 6 tables in that one section, right? And so in order for that waiter or waitress to be effective, they're gonna have to provide service for all the individuals that are at each and every table. And so in order to do that, they're gonna have to touch each and every table. They're gonna go by each and every table, make sure those guests are on service, in a timely manner and in a friendly manner. Make sure they're, you make sure they're feeling valued and you're coming from contribution service. It may be say, hey, anticipating their needs. If you see their water cup is low, hey, I'm gonna go and fill that water without asking, or you take some plates from me, I'm gonna go and take it without asking. That's all we're doing with our database. We're anticipating their needs. We're servicing them in ways to where we can, be of value, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, and so these are some of the ways that we can do this. And a lead that is not followed up becomes someone else's lead source. Wow, think about that. Think about that. Ouch. A lead that is not followed up becomes someone else's lead source. And it's true. It's true. Lead source of business and income. Let's not forget that. So it becomes someone else's lead source of business and income. So that means that lead that we did not follow up on, they decide to go and do business somewhere else with somebody else instead of with us. I've had that happen to me before. I've had that happen to me, and it does not feel good. Knowing that I put someone in my database who I didn't touch, who I didn't service or follow up with or put on the smart plan or segment or anything like that, or and then I come to find and call, hey Clara, how you doing? Hey, this is Demery. I was calling to see if you still in the market for home buy. Oh, I already bought a home. Oh, really? Okay, well, what age you go with? What difference does it make? It's like I'm trying to say something now. I'm like, well, can you give me some business? It just feels it hurts. It does. It's like, wow. Because why? Because that comes upon me. Because I didn't service that lead the right way. And that's what we got to make sure we service our leads the right way. Make sure we service them in time and staying connected with them, because that lead just became somebody else's source of business. And that doesn't feel good. So make sure we service our lead and the reason provide value in general, in a general way through real estate and, by knowledge. And so we want to come from contribution. We want to help, educate our, clients and leads that we service, with our knowledge and experience to the way they can, feel, benefited from them choosing us as their realtor of choice. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see here. All right, man, look at this here. Oh, yeah, okay, I kind of stepped, you want to go ahead there, but it's okay. All right, so command, service all leads, so it has, opportunities here. Also has, campaigns, also has consumers. Okay, so command makes it easy to service all people in your database with whatever, the need is. So command makes it as simple and easy as possible for us to be able to do this. Okay, so you may follow up by adding more contacts, update your tasks, launch additional smart plans, manage referrals, and design all sorts of marketing materials as well as your website. And so, these are things that we can, take advantage of, command opportunities. This is great, like I said, once you get a lead, build a rapport with them. Say, for instance, they may want to buy in the future, or they may want to sell in the future. You can put them in your opportunities as that. As here we got listings here. We have buyers. See, we got listings here. We got buyers here. Now, if they're far out, if they may be a year out, you can put them in the cultivation. You can put them in the cultivate stage. That's where they are. Same thing with the buyer. Then in the cultivate stage, right? And so this is a way for you to stay. This way for you to be able to stay top of mind with the people in your database, and also know where your business is coming from. Right? And this is a great way. So just got to get in the mindset and the practice of putting people in your opportunities once you have put them in your database. They're a buyer, they're a seller, or you may have set an appointment with with the buyer or seller. Now you can go ahead and update that opportunity to appointment. Right? And you put it up into appointment, that you had an appointment set. Then some options come down there and say, hey, get the, sign a listing agreement, things that make so it helps direct you and guide you so that we're not missing any opportunities that's in our database. That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay, and and again, there's help on this. There's instructors. You can go ahead and there's videos, and you can go ahead and connect with Armando, and there's plenty of help to learn how to do this here. Okay, and the thing is, and once we learn it, once they teach it, then we have to, basically apply it. Make sense?
Yes.
All right. All right, so yeah, talk about, definitely getting help. Check out command from the database, connect with Armando and find out, how we can implement these resources, how we just get better at doing it. And then once we do, just go ahead and follow through.
Because there's also the 66-day challenge.
There you go. Yeah, that's great. That's good. Say that again, please.
The 66-day challenge.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube.
That's it. Yeah, that's
And
good.
it really just,
That's it.
it shows you all the tools, and the videos are only like, there's no more than 10 minutes.
Right.
They're like 5 minutes long, just to keep it short and simple. And then I think that's a great
So what is it called?
66-day challenge.
66-day challenge command. So yeah, you can go ahead and Google that on YouTube, and
it's on YouTube.
and like I said, the videos are they're short. And so whatever area that struggling with command or don't know how to do, you can maybe look. I believe you can look that video up, and it'll give you the information that you need right in there. You can start implementing these things. That's good. Thanks for that, Christian. Appreciate that. All right.
Demery, can you flip the page back, please?
Oh.
Just take a picture because it's.
Right here.
Yes,
Okay.
perfect, thank you.
No
The
problem.
recommended training, so.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No problem. Got it. Yeah. All right, so before we move on, are there any questions or big ahas as to what we just learned, what we just went over? Anybody, anything that stuck out?
That just reminded me to make sure that I go through my database and look at what I need to put in my
Yeah.
opportunities, whether it's listing or potential buyers.
Yes,
That's something that I have a problem remembering to do.
right, exactly, and that's it. And she said I probably remembering to do opening it up. I learned when I was on the team here in the past. When I get to the office, I open up my command. I have that open. I'll go ahead and open up, Flex MLS. I'll put that on there because I want to know what's going on in the market, as far as, the absorption rate, as far as sold days on market, as far as the sales to original list price ratio, what is that, as far as homes that we have in the market, maybe be expired, I want to know about these things. So this is a way I can be, that local economist. So when I do have a conversation, I can have that there. And also, I also want to have up, I want to definitely have up, I have my email open and also my calendar open too as well. So, I have my calendar open. So when I'm, setting an appointment, my calendar is where my time blocking's at. My calendar is where my time blocks and where I block out my time where I'm going to do my door knocking, block out my time where I'm doing my expired call, block out my time where I'm going to go out and public prospect, block out time where I'm going to go call people my database and how much time I'm going to do it. So this is, helps keep me on task. So I have these things up. And so with my command command being up, I go ahead and click another tab and I have my opportunities up as well. So I go ahead and I look through my opportunities. Now I can go ahead and call them, and so maybe some of these things that can help you all too as well. So have your command up, when you get here, have your the Flex MLS have that open, so you know what's going on in the market. Have your email open with your calendar, so you know what you're doing there. So if you got to add somebody or you make an appointment, you can look at your calendar, and so you're not over scheduling anything, right? And things like that. So these type of practices that I learned to implement it, they've been definitely very helpful. All right. All right. Let's see here. All right. So we did that already. 4 laws. So 4 laws of database. We got a review here. So number one, we're going to build the database. Number 2, we want to feed it every day. Number 3, we want to communicate with it systematically. And number 4, we want to service all the leads. All right. So are you guys ready to turn your database into a data bank?
Yes.
Are you guys ready to turn your database into a data bank?
Yes.
All right. Now, did you feel confident about, so basically now, in order for us to do that, we're gonna have to feel confident about building, about feeding it, about communicating with it, about servicing, all the leads that are in our database. And basically, it's gonna take us to take action to put these people in our database and implement all these 4 laws that we are learning right now. And that's it. That's it. Set some time, throughout the day. What I do is, if I don't have the opportunity to, to get to a contact to add in my database right then at that moment, because I maybe make some calls or things like that, I have something on my schedule to say, okay, when I get home, I have it written down, things I have written down, things of that nature. Now, what I do is whenever I have a little notebook, and I'll go through my notebook, and I'll go home at the end of the day, and I'll place them in my database. Make sure I take that time to do that, and that's how I close out the end of my day, knowing I'm done with the work I have to do. And then I also place a command where I can add my contacts that I've talked to, and how did I get these contacts, and if I had any appointments that day, how many, things of that nature. And so that's how I end my day. So, all right, that's how I systematically service all my leads. Let's see. Now, here it says trust in your database. That's good. So it says trust in your database. So basically, when we want to trust in our database, we want to follow up on the 4 laws. So okay, trust me. We want to follow up on the 4 laws that we just learned. Don't quit too soon. All right, and that's sometimes we can, sometimes I'm speaking from my own personal experience. You can feel that, hey, I should get a return right then and there, right? I make this contact, I should get a return right then and there. I should see some type of feedback, from the work that I put in to get this contact to add to my database. But it doesn't go like that all the time. So, don't quit too soon. Keep on, stay consistent. Stay consistent with your database. Stay consistent as far as segmenting your database, cleaning up your database, staying in touch with your database, servicing your database. Stay consistent with doing these things. The 36 touch campaign takes time to yield results. It takes time to yield results. So it's going to happen over time. I've been reading the one thing. And and I got to a part in the book. It said, I'm paraphrasing, but it stated that individuals who have acquired a lot of knowledge, they acquired over time. Individuals who acquired wealth, they have acquired over time. individuals that you've seen that acquire, certain type of skills they have acquired over time. So point blank, so many things are gonna happen. These things are gonna happen over time. So basically focus on what one thing can you do at that moment that's gonna yield you results that you want later on. And so when I sit down, me at home, when I sit down and put those contacts in, when I put those contacts in at night inside my database, that's gonna yield the results that I want. That's the one thing I can do at that moment that's gonna yield the results that I want over time. And so these things are gonna happen over time. So think long term. Think long term, and that's definitely important because we're looking to build the business of tomorrow, right? Think long term. Think to build the business of tomorrow because we definitely don't want to be definitely don't want to be no tasting mark because some individuals get things passively as far as contacts. I mean they're getting it fed to them by referrals, and that's great and things of that nature. But active is good too. I mean, I'm going out and getting the business too. And so in order to go out and get the business, we got to go out there, we got to go out in the community, we got to do things that's going to help lead generate, not just relying all the time on being leads coming in passively. And so, and when I'm doing that, when I'm thinking active, I'm thinking long term. And so I remember when I had Drew's not here, but I remember when I had met with him 4 years ago when I first started, I sat down and he gave me a scenario because I was coming out of I was filling up in the restaurant business as a waiter. And so he gave me a scenario. He said, okay, so this how the real estate business gonna work. Okay, so look, you got your steak, you got your potatoes, and and you got your vegetables. Okay, you know how you talk. But anyways, he said, I'm doing a bad impersonation. But anyway, he said, look, he said, what we're gonna do is he said, we're not gonna go for the steak right now. We're not gonna go for the steak at the moment. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for the vegetables on the side, and we're gonna go for the side. These are things that we're gonna go for. Exactly. We're gonna go for the smart because we're thinking long term. So we're not gonna try to take this thing out we're not gonna try to take this thing out all in one bite. And so I appreciate that because that helped me put in mindset, think long term. So that's what we gotta do in this business, think long term. Play the long game. And sometimes, we live in a society now that's microwave. So we want it done in 1 minute, right? So when it's gonna happen over time. But the things that we do to get those things to happen over time is important. And that's where this comes in for us, building our database, feeding it, staying in contact with servants and the individuals that's in, because this is where our business comes from. All right, always come from care and service. That's great. Always come from care and service. And that's what we want to do. We want to provide care, we want to provide service because these are our clients inside of our database. Isn't it great? I mean, I don't know I don't know where you bank at or anything like that. You got to tell me where you bank at, but isn't it great when you come in and they know your name?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Important.
It does, right? It makes you feel valued, right? It makes you feel, or if you go to a restaurant and the waiter or waitress, they know your name and they know what you want already, and they know what you're gonna order. So even though when you sit there, when you sit down, hey Clara, you know your name already, they know that you're gonna may have the passion fruit iced tea. They go in and get that, they have that for you already. You may have, and with that passion fruit iced tea, you may have like a couple of Splendors on the side, and you may want some oranges. They know how many slices you want. They put all that ready. How that make you feel? That makes you feel valued. Yeah, that makes you feel valued. And this is how we want to make our clients feel. It's our database. We want to make them feel like they're valued and come, like they cared about. It makes you actually feel like you cared about. And then come from service, because people do business with who they know, like, and trust. And that's all we do. We're building relationships. All right, the real estate business is a relationship business. That's it. We're building relationships so we can be our client's realtor of choice forever. That's it, forever. And that's the whole goal of it. Okay.
Amen.
All right. So, all right. I guess so as we wrap up the session, in addition to our success system, let's do a quick review of the ahas. Got any ahas here? Move over. Big picture.
pay more attention to the database.
That's it, pay more, that's it, pay more attention to the database, that's it, and that's just an important thing to go, yeah.
Oh, yeah, what you saying when you following up and you don't do it consistently, how bad it hurt. I hadn't experienced that, but you describing a nightmare to me.
Right.
That hurt me to hear it.
Right. No, you know, and it doesn't feel good, it happens more than once, it doesn't feel good. And so, you know, when it happens enough, it's like, okay, that's it, you know, I'm gonna do I'm not gonna try it, I'm gonna do, you know, my best to go ahead and to segment, to stay in touch with these individuals that I put in my database. I don't want that business going somewhere else. Cause it will, you know, people they'll fall through the cracks, and, you know, if we're not on it. All right, let's see here. All right, read ahas to achievement. See, how has your thinking changed? What ideas or mindsets were new? Anybody?
I realized so much knowledge and I realized that it can take time to absorb this. I can't get this all in one setting.
Right.
And so that's why I had to constantly train, go over and over and over again. Eventually, it'll all come together.
That's it. Good. Okay. Okay, what do you feel, what do you feel differently about, and what was meaning for you today, anyone else? So what do you feel differently about your database that you didn't feel before?
Gotta make that touch,
Say again?
just gotta make that touch,
That's it.
that's happening.
Yeah, that's it. Make that touch, make that contact.
It's kind of like planting a seed, you know, you plant a seed, you can't expect it to grow overnight, you gotta keep on nurturing it, and watering it and stuff like that, and eventually it's gonna grow up and have fruit on it.
That's it. That's it. And we're gonna be able to pick that fruit. That's good. That's good. All right. Here it says, how will your behaviors be different going forward? And what action will you take?
Thinking of keeping more contact with that database. It's amazing what you can do with command.
Right.
I mean, notes.
Right.
Schedule.
Yes.
Tasks, smart plans.
Yes.
Campaigns, all of that in one location.
That's good.
So I have to kind of get more on it.
And I can raise my hand to that too. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Anyone else? Excellent. Thank you, Wendell.
The hidden potential of earning that we have there,
Oh,
and we
wow.
don't really even
Wow.
realize that.
Wow. Can you say that again, please?
Potential that is there for us to earn money there.
That's it.
We don't realize that.
That's it. And that's why they call it the data bank. That's it. The potential there to earn, you know, the money that's out there. We don't realize that, you know, just like saying, just taking the average commission and, you know, which, taking the average sales, you know, the commission that we make, just think about each person that you have, that's a potential to earn that. Think of it that way. That's a potential to earn. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, what tools, models, or systems will you use, and how would they make you accountable?
Use your CRM command.
Come on now, that's
to
good.
control it.
Yeah,
to-
yeah.
To organize it.
Yeah.
And to make it targeted
Yeah.
and also try to use high value touch in
Mhm.
order to cement a relationship.
Good,
You
good.
know, and then keep at it. You use the, 19 connects,
Yes.
four touches.
Yeah.
Quarterly, for leads and then also for the contact, it requires a different number of touches.
Yeah,
Make
yeah.
sure you keep track of that and actually do it.
That's
I would
it.
definitely do that.
That's good. You're talking about cementing a relationship, you know, the 9x8, 8x8, it's that 19-point touch. Then also we have the 36 touch, all these things to cultivate so that we can, have most likely have conversion, right?
Do you know if in command, if they open the email, do they notify you that?
Yeah, you'll see,
That's-
you'll
okay.
see.
Yeah,
you'll
we
see.
have to set it up.
Yeah. So yes, like I said, help around here, get that set up for you. Let's say you go to Armando, schedule someone Armando, help you do all that. Yes, but yeah, you'll be notified, the email goes out, you'll see it, and definitely be notified of that. So yeah, just great system. Command is a great system that we can use to be on top of mind for our database and service all of our clients on our database.
Yeah, one advantage, and this I realized that, not too long ago, maybe a year or so ago, we realized that, for example, if you have the email of your client, you can email directly from commission. Now, the only thing that I found was that you do the email, you send the email, but all you get in your tasks is that an email was sent. So what I do is I copy first before I send it. Then I go to my notes and I paste it. Then I go back and send the email. That way I have a copy of it.
That's good. Oh, that's good.
And
That's good.
another thing is
That's
that
great.
it's easier to follow up your clients, your work in your database, because of course, then I realized that I can go to all my, to the database and then go into filter, for example, all my SOIs. And then I can click on due today, due today, or past due, or due, and it's
Right.
much easier. It takes you less time to follow up on the database. So all of those are things that I need, that I have to write down to make sure, remember how to organize my data.
Good. That's great. Excellent. Thank you all for that. That's good. All right, so we're talking about here our, let's see, it's success system. So I'm going to now success system, daily success system. Number of conversations. Okay. Number of contacts added, number of conversations, number of contacts added. Let's see, 10 conversations, 10 contacts added, number of handwritten notes, social media engagement. Your daily success system, it's a tracker. So 10 conversations with your sphere, excuse me. People who know, like, and trust you already. That's basically what your sphere is. 10 contacts added to your database: name, phone number, address, and more. So these are the contacts added. So when you add them to your database, these are the type of information that you want already. That's what helps you be successful here. 10 handwritten notes. Express gratitude to let people know you're in real estate, and you appreciate their referrals. That's always a great additive. I've been more mindful of myself, doing that. Hey, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining my client appreciation program. I look forward to building a great relationship. And remember, your referrals are always appreciated. Man, that's something good going out there and letting them know at the end of a conversation. Letting people know that, hey, your referrals are definitely appreciated. Or if you send out some type of a MOFR, making an offer for immediate response, let them know, hey, your referrals are definitely appreciated. So I'm getting more of myself in the mindset of doing that, because they are. And this way I'm helping, teaching people how to hey, give me referrals too as well. I take referrals, right? So this is a great way to do that. It also reads here, 10-5-1 social media engagement. Utilizing 10-5-1 model for social media engagement. I guess we'll cover that tomorrow. Okay. And so also for other enrichment offered things. So basic social media, as far as me, I'm just going to touch on this a little bit. As far as my social media touches, what I do is I have I have individuals I have individuals segmented by last name, like A and W, B and E. It can be P and L, or it could be it can be I and Q, whatever it may be, whatever name that's tagged in my database I'm calling that week. I align it with my social media. So I may send out something. I may send out to something my beanies on social media. Hey, I got the new upcoming listing. Bam, I'll put that out there for them so they'll know. So this way, now that people in my database, on my database, hopefully I have their social, hopefully I have hopefully I have their social media. So now I'm only touching the phone call, but I'm also touching them as well through my social media too as well. So they're getting like really like, you know, double contact from me, right? So if I'm really, you know, nurturing my database, I'll have my individuals that's on my social media page, I have their phone numbers and their contacts too. And then I'll be tagging them and I'll also be contacting them through social media. So I can just really stay top of mind too as well. Does that make sense? So that's the way I do do my social media. And you can build it that way, build it through groups and, you know, things of that nature, you know, tagging how you feel comfortable, you know, build groups like that and make sure they match your database. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Warning, do not call this. Okay, so yeah, so basically all heard about this, you know, do not call people that's on the do not call list. Okay, you know, people get in trouble, so do not call this, don't call. Okay. Leave it.
You find out if they're on that list. I pulled at different sites and popped in names and I get.
Well,
Is there a certain site that you use to check?
you know, I can get that information. I can get that information for you. Anybody have any, I know me for personally, I have an ARC agent. And so, that's the information I get for as far as people that, you know, expires, things like that. So that information comes up for me, you know, it comes up like, do I call on that side there, but you gonna raise your hand, go ahead.
Yeah, the only time I'm able to see is like when I get the list of expires, I'll
Yeah.
say DNC.
Yeah,
And that's the only way I
Yeah.
know.
right. That's
So like an actual like list of do not calls, I don't know. I don't even think I'd want so there's like that even.
Yeah, or site that you can go to, I could ask, I'll have the information on it.
Someone mentioned that you can get it to the title company, they can provide you with.
Okay,
Do not
okay.
call lists also.
Okay, that's.
Yeah, I have done it, but someone mentioned that, I just remember right now, and I probably will check into that, because that's a very good question.
Yeah, it is, definitely want to get you that, definitely want to get you a solid answer, you know, with that, okay? Okay, yeah, no problem. But, you know, the great thing about this is, I mean, individuals that, that you've already met, you know, out there that gave you permission, right, to follow up, that's in your database, right? So we shouldn't have to, you know, have to worry about that, right? Because they've already given us permission to, you know, to follow up. So that's the great thing about that there, right? All right, but great question. Thank you so much. All right. All right, so we got another statement. I see, I engage every conversation in the spirit of contribution, and people are happy to be in a relationship with me. That's good. Yeah, that's my hope. That's my hope. Yeah, just basically, you know, just coming from this definitely coming from a contribution and value and things like that. So this basically here, you know, we definitely want to, you know, get in the mindset of being, you know, getting people in the mindset, just be the mindset of being primed for success, right? And we, you know, it says, you know, we do this by affirmation. So basically, this is an affirmation. I engage every conversation in spirit of contribution, and people are happy to be in a relationship with me. So this way, giving you just an affirmation. So before, when you start making your phone calls, you can go and you're saying this to yourself. You know, yeah, people want to talk to me. You know, they want to hear, people want to talk to me. They want to hear from me. I'm coming from the spirit of contribution, and people are happy to be in a relationship with me. Just getting us in the mindset before we're making those calls, you know, to our database. And so basically, the terms. So basically, this is what we want to do. So, what type of affirmations do you use before they start making calls? What type of affirmation do you want to use, or do you use any at all?
Gotta warm up.
Yeah, anybody? Yeah.
Well, you have to put yourself in a mindset that I am providing a service and the people need service. So I want to ask, this is what I'm doing. And I'd like to know if you are interested in purchasing real estate. I'm here, you know, to service you. I'm an expert in the listing, and I help buyers, you know, find the home of their dreams, and I can help you. So, you know, I'd like to come in touch with you and see, you know, what your interests are. So let's sit down and
That's
talk
good.
about it.
That's good.
You know, so you gotta think about that you're providing a service, and the people need the service, and people actually do. There's a lot of people there that they see real estate as a challenge, and that's probably why they're sitting on the sideline. You coming in and you bringing in a variable that's gonna help them make the decision. But if you think like that, I think that's what self-made for.
That's good. That's good. And you know, and definitely want to have You
No, no, no,
Oh,
yeah.
and definitely want to have some type of affirmation that's gonna, that's gonna put you in the mindset of, definitely being successful. So, and this is one of those affirmations. So I engage every conversation in the spirit of contribution, and people are happy to be in a relationship with me. Come on, let's all say it together. Come on. I engage every conversation in the spirit of contribution, and people are happy to be in a relationship with me. And that's good. Because they are. Because they need you, right? They need us. And when I go out the door knocking, I put myself in the mindset too as well, and I'm a listing agent. And I'm a listing agent. Every door that I knock on is important. And when they open the door, they're gonna need my services. And that's how I approach, every door when I go knock on, because we want to be in the right mindset when we're out there doing what it is that we do, right? All right. All right. Uh-oh. All right, so it said role play. What was it? Role play for 20 minutes, I think.
It was like homework.
Yeah, who got it? Huh?
It was like homework.
Oh, it's like homework? Okay. Oh, okay. All right, he said that's great. That's like, oh, man, that's good. All right, so yeah, so make sure you role play. Role playing is important. So if you come here, role play more than the script, right? Yeah. That's good. Definitely important. If you read the MREA book, it talks about role play. It talks about going over scripts and role play, have a role play partner. You can have all these skills and knowledge and everything, but if we're not role playing these things and learning these things, what good is it for? So I was role playing with oh my goodness, I just forgot his name. Andrew Briones, I was role playing with him, and we'll go over, every day we'll go over certain things as far as, seller, being at the table, going up objections, spread at the table, or going up listing presentations, how to go into listing presentations, after going to the CMA and, going, so it's just important. And the more we did this, I've definitely seen, when I get at the table, I'm a little more, I'm more confident, when I get there, about sitting at the table or overcoming objections. So role play is definitely important, but don't negate that. Okay. All right, says here. Oh, that's homework too, right? Is this homework too? Is homework too?
Everything that's on that list.
Oh,
like,
that's good. Y'all got a lot of homework. Okay, so lead, that's good. So lead generation conversations here, 45 minutes. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Okay, so it says update contacts follow-up 30 minutes. So, okay, so speak for itself. Okay, so so update your contacts, keep them up to date, and make sure you service individuals in your database here. Let's see what we got next here. All right, celebrate success. Yes, come on, huh? All right, let's see what else we have here. And let's see, all right, so this is so far as what we covered, are there any challenges? Do you feel any challenges that arise from anybody, as far as putting things in their database, or or opportunities for improvement that you notice that you need? Any challenges that you guys face or anything like that?
More lead generation.
Okay, what does that look like? Explain a little bit more. What challenges are you having?
Not just do the 20 conversations, but do as many as possible, because you don't know how many leads, good leads that you're going to get. So my challenge is the lead generation.
Okay, is it actually like going out and
Making a
doing,
phone call.
making a phone, okay,
We headed with the door knocking, as I planned. And go
Okay.
after, and I, go after any client that I may have had that wasn't expired in the past. Go, check and see where they are.
okay,
Maybe they're still in the same place. They
Right.
decided not to sell at the time.
okay. And so anybody else have any certain challenges? Is it just going out and just doing it? Just doing it, right? Doing it, again. Just doing it can be a challenge. And what does that come, and really, what does it all come down to? Just doing
Mindset.
it. Mindset, and what else?
Projection set, maybe. So we need to put something deep in our mind, like, we're servicing them. They are the ones that need us.
Then, no, and all great answers, but it comes down to, why are we doing it?
Why?
Big why.
The big why.
Yeah,
Big why.
come down to why are we doing this? Right?
Yeah.
So if our why is, truly, solid and, the foundation of, and, it's no really our driving force, then that's gonna be able to push us past not doing it.
Yeah.
So that we can go ahead and do it if our why is really that big, and if our why is really that solid, because if we don't do it, then what does that look like?
Maybe that could be
Was it-
one of your affirmations.
Exactly, what does that look like for our family?
Yeah.
What does that look like for, future plans that we have? Maybe for retirement or any other investments that we want to make later. I mean, how does that look? What does that look like if we don't make that one call? If we don't knock on that door? If we don't do that follow-up, what does that look like?
At the family reunion, there was a lady who said, think of the things that you're not doing, that you've been postponing. If you postpone it a year from now, what it will look like? And then look at it 5 years from now.
Wow.
And then
Wow.
there's some people that were crying. Because some of those things are so important to somebody.
Yes.
And you let them down,
Yes,
because we are real estate professionals.
that's right.
And we're here to provide them a service.
Yes.
If you're not doing that, you're not doing your job. And so how does it look like if you have a relative, a friend that needs someone,
Yeah.
and you're not there for them? 1 year later, 5 years later,
Right.
then you start realizing, wow,
Thanks.
it has a big impact in my life. And with that,
That's great. That's great. With that, appreciate that. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Let that be your driving force to go ahead and knock on that door to make that phone call. All right, that's great. Excellent. All right, so for parts command, go ahead and get help. And then I guess you're gonna prepare for the next session, which is session 7, capture leads with open houses. All right. All right. Great job, everyone. Thank you all. I appreciate you all being here. I hope you found this valuable. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you all for your help and insight.
Thank you.
Who got it?
Should they do?
Can I say something?
Oh, yes.
Morning to all.
Hey.
morning,
Thank you for the class. It was amazing. Thank
Thank
you. And just want to briefly say that what you just said right now, if we don't provide the service to who do we know, it is a big ouch in the future, because we find out that that person that you thought it was your friend, a family member, a church member, end up buying a home with somebody else because you didn't keep in touch.
Right.
So that's a big ouch. So just because I think it's a lesson for us to learn that don't think because they know you or their family members, they gonna remember that you're in real estate. You have to remind them.
That's right. That's good. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, and I also want to say something tomorrow for the class that we're gonna have tomorrow. Everybody needs to bring blank cards, like thank you cards. It's gonna be a homework that we're gonna be doing tomorrow. So everybody bring a pack for thank you card. You guys can get in the Dollar Tree, no 99 anymore, but the Dollar Tree has them.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
No, thank you for your class. It was amazing.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Oh, DEM. ERY. Oh, E. Last name is Windom, WIN. DOM. Yeah, I don't have no, well, thank you. I hope y'all enjoy it.
thank you very well. Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
And I always see your sign.
Think you're okay?
Let you put this on my calendar. Not it. I got a calendar. I just said, maybe it's in the bag, maybe it's in the bag.
Me estoy alivianando, me di cuenta de que no fue la emoción, que no tenía no, como la tierra,
No, it's people calling me. No, that's, I don't know.
¿Qué te parece?
This is an international.
Oh, man.
I don't.
I need that along.
No.
Porque a mí me gusta. Desafortunadamente,